Welcome to Below the Frame with me, Matt Vogel. We are rewinding to some of our Below the Frame episodes that we broadcast live during our lunch break from shooting Sesame Street. And today we are rewinding to December 14th, 2017. We had so many questions from our previous, from our live show that we did on December 14th that after we wrapped that, Stephanie DeBruzzo and I decided to jump back on live and answer more questions from my dressing room. So let's go below the frame and rewind to December 14th, 2017.
Hello.
Hello.
We are in my dressing room, Stephanie and I, and we have some questions here. So let's see if anybody shows up.
They're not expecting us.
They're not.
They've
Let's
moved
just see what
on.
happens.
They're eating their lunch.
See, yeah, they probably are.
There's
one. Hi, Bakari.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hi, Bakari. Look,
There's
and
one-
a single
one
little
person. Oh, Ryan Sullivan. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh, five.
Hi there. We got some people. Where do you see them down? Where do you see the numbers? Oh, 5. Yeah. Okay.
That and
Okay.
comments.
Here come. Hi, everybody. Hi.
Look who's
How are you?
back. Hey.
So we're gonna answer some more of these questions. I think is what we're gonna do. So we're just gonna go into it. Okay. Why not? We had time. We have a minute. There's people on set working right now doing Sesame Street.
We're not
We're
needed.
not. I know. So we're going to answer some questions.
Nobody
Let's
needs
see.
us.
Let me find out here. Okay.
These questions are for everybody but us.
Right. I know.
Ryan,
I know.
for Marty.
Well, that's all right. We'll answer them anyway. You'll never know.
That's right.
Okay. Mark Terret asks, how many different puppets for each character are used at a time, and do they each handle differently?
Depends on the puppet.
Yeah, it depends on the puppet. Now, I know there are multiple Elmos, and
A lot.
Elmo there's like a back entry, so you can do full body stuff. There's a back at the head entry, there's a back entry, there's a stomach entry, there's different ones. And then there are just some regular entry.
Sometimes there's one specifically to use on press events.
Yep.
Sometimes there's one that,
That's-
and then there's like
correct.
Primo.
There's Primo,
The
which
one
is,
that we
sorry.
like, that Ryan likes best and looks best
Yeah.
on camera, and that's Primo.
Hello from Poland. Adam.
Poland.
Yes. Adam, hi.
Thank you,
How
Jack.
are you doing?
I love my shirt too. Season 49. Cast and crew could order these.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite designs ever, and it's soft.
Yeah. Well, Jordan, you say, I'm so glad you guys put the show together. It's our pleasure. Thank you for sharing with us and inviting us into your world. I wish we could do more. I wish the show was an hour because,
But we have to eat lunch and
we have to, I have to work. We have to shoot the
right,
show.
Right.
Jake Thompson asks, what's your favorite Jerry Nelson memory if you worked with him?
I miss Jerry
I have
a
a couple of different, yes, I do too.
You worked much more closely with Jerry than I did.
I have a couple of memories of him. One memory is that I did a show with Jerry up in on the Cape. I think it was the year 2000. And my wife, Kelly, and I did a show with him that he wrote and put together. And I had puppets with me that I had made from many, many years ago. And we wrote this show together. And one night we were sitting and we were having cocktails and drinks and whatnot.
Adult beverages.
Yes, adult beverages. And Jerry said to me, Matt, Sesame Street is great. And it really is. It will enrich you, and it'll be great work for you. But always have something that you do that is your own, that you create. And it's the thing that I tell most puppeteers and performers when they ask about Sesame Street and how awesome it is, and it is, absolutely. But also, I keep that thing in mind that Jerry said to me, that you should always have something that you create on your own, whether it's music or whether it's another puppet thing or whether it's acting or whether it's you write something or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, because bear in mind, and especially now, even back then it was only starting to be, Sesame winds up being a really small sliver of our year. If I could, I would do it 24/7 every day out of the year, and that's just not the way production goes anymore. So you kind of have to, not just to stay afloat, you got to pay your bills, but also to keep your creative soul going. I mean, it's hard. Any actor out there knows when you're not working, it's not just hard financially, it's hard on your soul.
Yeah.
Even if you're still in school, I know all you people in high school, it's like during the summer when you don't get to do the plays and the musicals and stuff, and you just feel like, it's so dry. That's how we feel a lot. So we have to make our own fun.
And a lot of us are actors, or certainly we consider ourselves actors, even though we're puppeteers, but we consider ourselves actors. Some of us do live theater.
A little when
Tony
I can, a
Awards and
million
things
years
like
ago.
that.
These kids weren't born yet.
I know, but still, it's all right.
These
Hi, Jesse
kids
Oliver.
weren't born return.
You have a very Merry Christmas, Jesse, and everybody out there as well.
Thanks about the scrub shout out, Anna.
Let's see what else we have here.
Ooh, Mighty Weaklings.
Hey,
Rocket Ship by the Mighty Weaklings is such a great song. And that's true.
That's
His
right. Thank
band,
you. Well,
Mighty
thank
Weaklings,
you.
is an No, I'm going to talk about the Mighty Weaklings because he formed that like while you were at Sesame Street. That was happening outside of it. I have my Mighty Weaklings t-shirt still. I have the Mighty Weaklings albums.
Swag.
I have the EP Dumbo's Lunch,
Oh my
which
God.
is really, I still
Yes.
have, of course I have that CD. And we saw you in concert. You were at the Knitting Factory. I think I shot some video for you at the Knitting Factory. And I love that then on David Rudman's show, on Jack's Big Music Show, you got to do that great Rocket Ship video.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was unexpected. David was like, "Hey, you guys want to submit a song? You guys have, we have
so good
music on our show," and we were like, "Yeah, let's write a song."
It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I
great
love it.
example of that. Sorry to interrupt you, but I had to shout
boys
out.
back there, Flynn, do you remember the Rocket Ship song? Daddy's Rocket Ship song?
I love that song.
No, Flynn, Keaton does.
Okay, so that's one.
You do actually?
It's
How's
good,
it go?
right?
How's it go?
Oh my rocket ship.
That's right. You're right. That's very cool. Pretty good. Pretty good.
The word rocket ship is in it, so it's pretty safe bet.
That's true. That's true. What specifically have you learned? Benton Lowe asks, what specifically have you learned during the filming of season 49 that you would really like to focus on, a skill or a technique? And how have you grown as a puppeteer or performer in general during the filming of season 49? I don't know if it's like
49?
just season 49. I think it is like a career spanning where you learn things. I mean, I was going back recently and looking at my very first appearance on Sesame Street as a speaking character, which I believe is part of Crew 4, Kingston Livingston III.
Stevie.
Yep. And maybe I'll post it here. I'm going to take that clip and I'm going to post part of what the very first thing that I did, which is this guy, Crew 4. I don't think he's out on YouTube. I don't know, but his name is Stevie.
So here's the thing. I only know about Stevie because back when the Unpaved book came out, Matt and I had been working on the show, but we weren't in that book at all.
No.
So in the Where Are They Now section of the Unpaved book, we wrote bios for these characters. You wrote yours for Stevie, and I wrote mine for Being Number 3, which was in a Fairy Tales Today bit about striking food. For those of you who know what that is. So Stevie, that was I didn't know that was your first speaking role. I think that's the first
speaking role. I was terribly nervous. It's,
that would have
not
been
some of my best work,
95?
but maybe probably 96 or 97. Yeah, sometime in there. But Kevin was very gracious and took a chance on letting me talk and speak.
And singing too. Wasn't that like rapping?
There's some rapping. Yeah, it was me, John Tartaglia, and Alice Deneen, and Kevin.
The hippest cats in town.
Yeah, as you'll see when I post the clip, I'll do it. I can't do it. I'll do it. I will do it this week. Okay, so Phil Wybrow asks, do you guys ever get recognized when you're out and about? Have you been recognized when you're out and about?
Very rarely, and only. It's funny, after Avenue Q was off Broadway, between the time it went from off Broadway to Broadway, someone recognized me on the subway and said, "Were you in Avenue Q?" Yeah, but and I was bundled up. Like that's what was weird. So, but it doesn't happen very often. But
it doesn't. I mean, when you are below the frame, you don't get recognized as much, which is
it's nice. Frank Oz used to say, if you want to buy a can of beans, you can go out and buy a can of beans.
Yeah,
and you still have the creative fulfillment and the work and
I have been recognized a couple of times.
Have you?
I have. The most recent time I was in Disneyland with my family. And I was with not only my family, but I was also with Peter, and I was with Eric, and I was with Bill Beretta. And we were at Disneyland, and we were walking around, and we were getting ready to go to dinner with our families. And this young man came up to me, and he goes, "Yeah, no, well, young man. Young man. Keaton's back here giving commentary on the way." Okay, so
Statler and Waldorf all in one.
So this young man came up to me. He was very nice, and he said, "Are you Matt Vogel?" And he was visibly nervous. And I instantly thought, this is a smart kid. No, I didn't know. I instantly thought,
stalker?
No, I said, who put you up to this?
You thought it was one of the guys. You thought it was like Bill hired a kid.
I did, yes.
He would have.
I thought Bill said, "You know what? Go over to that guy.
I'll give you $5.
But no, he was a fan. He was a fan.
Great.
And it was,
what year was this?
This was this
year. Oh,
this
so
year.
You have been out and about. Like, people know your face.
Yeah, apparently.
They do.
It doesn't happen that often.
No, but you're on Twitter. Your face is on Twitter.
He was a big Muppet fan.
Right.
And he knew
but
all
Muppet
of us.
fans know your face.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe.
You're the host of Below the Frame, man.
Right. I guess that.
Own it.
Oh, boy. But it was, it makes me feel good, and it makes us all feel good. But I instantly did think, like, this is not real.
Yeah. No, I actually, the one time I got recognized when I was on vacation from Avenue Q in 2004, and we went to Disney World with my sister and my friends, and yeah, someone recognized me. And, aren't you in Avenue Q? Shouldn't you be there now? Like, it's my first vacation from the show. I feel really bad that I'm here. But yeah.
Let's see what else we have here. Stephen Chin asks, any favorite / funny moments working with the human cast on the show?
You know,
Can you think of any? Because I know you have some.
Well, no, I just love Gordon's Oh Hi. If any of you know Roscoe Orman's Gordon, he was the best at the noticing the camera, just going, oh hi, welcome to Sesame Street. And if I had access to every episode, I would do the Oh Hi cut because I bet it's the best. And Luis, like Emilio. First of all, Emilio is the happiest man on the planet. Like, and whenever I see him, Emilio and his wife come to a lot of the museum events, and it's like, "Hey, Stephanie, how you doing? It's great to see you." And he tells, and I love the stories that they tell.
Yeah.
And Bob, every time I see Bob is 85, God bless him. And every time I see him, it's just like, and I think, I know Bob.
I know it's a little.
I know Bob.
The only story that I have really to tell about the human cast, whom I adore, was I remember when I was a kid, I was probably, if not Keaton's age, Keaton is 9. I was in between Keaton and Flynn's age, so I was in between 5 and 9. I may have been 6, maybe 7. And there was an appearance at the mall in Independence Mall, Sesame Street, live cast.
The whole cast?
Well, I know for sure that Roscoe was there because I met him. As a little 6-year-old, I met Roscoe, and that was amazing to me, to really meet him. And then I didn't even realize it when I was on Sesame Street for probably years that I had met him as a child.
Forgotten?
Yeah. And I don't know what popped into my head, but one day something popped into my head.
You forgot
and I was like,
you met Roscoe?
I've met him before when I was a child. And telling him that,
See, I saw Bob in concert when I was 3.
God. Wow, you did?
Bob did concerts all over and he came to my high school, where I went to high school. In that auditorium, I know exactly where I was sitting, and he did the shtick that he did with, like, Big Bird calling, and I believe that Big Bird was on the phone, and Oscar calling. He sang songs, and we lost the autograph in a move. But I was so shy. He did autographs for everyone, and but I was so shy I couldn't look at him, but I can still hear in my head, to Stephanie, Bob.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. And when I met him, it's just like,
did you?
I met you a really long time ago. Yeah.
And they get that a lot too, and they're always so gracious and kind when because they get recognized.
Right. But okay, so you all know that Bob was a Mitch Miller singer, and that he was a big star in Japan.
If you don't know that, Google it.
Yeah. And so Craig, my husband, Craig Shemin, hi, if you're
he's
out there.
probably on.
He's got a little Orchestra Society show this weekend, so he might be a rehearsal, exactly. But oh my God, I've known you so long. It's wonderful. Oh God, train of thought. What was I saying?
You were saying that you were saying Mitch Miller singers.
Oh yes. So Craig found a album of Bob singing, like, during that era when he became a big star in Japan, and it's half in Japanese and half in English. So in the liner notes, his home address in Teaneck, New Jersey, for fan mail. Now, Bob doesn't live at that address anymore, but for 50, 60 years he lived there. And we asked him, did people ever come to your house? He says, yeah, a few, but they were really polite.
I love Bob.
Like, that's just him. And fame in Mitch Miller didn't change him. Fame at Sesame didn't change him.
This says here, I'm gonna try to see if I can pay attention to what's going on in the live stuff.
Sorry.
So no, it's okay. Connor Asher says, hey Matt and Stephanie, any advice for what to look for and do when putting together a Sesame Workshop audition video?
Don't suck. No, I'm joking.
That's
don't
rule number
suck
1.
Is actually what I tell myself every day. Try not to suck.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, it's a very short amount of time that we're going to be looking at. It's like a minute and a half, so you need to pack in there the stuff that you're best at.
Yeah.
It's great to show like a lip sync thing that you're really good at. It's great to if you're going to do a character piece, to be bold with your characters.
Confident. There's nothing worse than a milquetoast puppet unless the puppet character is milquetoast.
And then that is a bold choice.
Right.
If it is a bold choice.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Is Two-Headed Monster, Maria, where is it? Maria Molly asks question if it's off sorry if it's off topic. This two-headed monster coming
yeah.
back. I love him, and now he randomly pops up, and he will randomly pop up.
Yeah.
He continues to do that.
I like this. How Joseph Scarborough, how long do Muppet puppet performers usually have to do things like right-handing or backgrounds before they move up to speaking characters? I'm right-handing Peter today. I'm right-handing Ernie today. In fact, someone asked me when I was doing Avenue Q, you know, Jen Barnhart right-handed Rick Lyons characters and did Mrs. Thistle and the Bad Idea Bear. And someone asked me after the show, like, oh, she must not be as good a puppeteer because she only right hands. And I'm like, well, actually, she covers my roles. She covers a lot of roles. You have to be a really good performer all around to right hand. Some of the best puppeteers are right. You still right hand.
Yep.
Eric still right hands. We do everything.
Because you should be able to do everything.
Right. And it's hard. And I will kick myself for a bad right-handing job. I right-hand Ryan a lot. I right-hand everyone. And I love doing it. Like, there's certain characters I just love because you're really in the moment. You can't really plan. You have to watch. You have to pay attention.
You're on, not autopilot, because you do have to pay attention, but you don't have the responsibility that the principal performer has, but you need to enhance their performance and make it look good.
And also sometimes you're dealing with props and specific things. So I still do something in the background. I did a butterfly last week. I love that stuff. So yes, it's where you start, but it's not where you finish.
That's right. So you're still doing that. Let's see what else we have here. Here's a question that's completely off topic. It says, since there's little chance you'll use this question so far down the page, what game on The Price is Right do you most identify with? Stephanie, I asked you this.
My husband's the biggest game show fan ever, and I wind up watching them all.
Somebody was here, but I don't know who it is. Okay.
Oh, well, Plinko's pretty popular. You know what? Yes, Plinko, because you can try to control where that Plinko chip goes, but you don't always. It doesn't always go where you think it's going to go. And the secret to cliffhangers is the prizes are always $20, $30, $40.
Oh.
But that's okay. Hi, you need us? You need me?
I need Matt.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
All right.
You want me to just hang on?
I'll be right back.
What am I going to do solo? I'm with Matt's children. Oh, my heavens. Okay, let's see. Who's the little pink guy stuck on the top of your TV set in the Muppet Lounge, Warwick? That is Gonger. He is in the Monster Foodies segment that just started premiering in season 48. So Monster Foodies, yes, they wanted to know who the little pink guy was.
Oh, and it's Warwick that asked it. That's not fair for Warwick.
So he just wanted a plug. So
That's
we're plugging your work. But that's because you find us really good stuff from the BBC, so I'm happy to do it. He's found us some good.
Well, I'm sure he has.
Some good videos.
Let me just go look through this, and you could maybe you look over here and just respond to people while I find a good question to end with.
That's awesome, Matt. Yes, every time I say people are saying they had a chance to meet Emilio and Roscoe and the Humans of Sesame Street, that was a great panel, the one at the museum. And people, they stayed for more than an hour. And they met every single person. It's really special. There aren't a lot of questions on here. It's a lot of OMGs and calm downs and.
All right. Well, you know what? I have to go back to the set now. Now I do have to go and do some work. Okay. So we're going to wrap it up, but I'm going to pick this question. Where is it? Christy Walk asks this question. Why is the season of Below the Frame so short? Will there be any more episodes of Below the Frame in January, February, and March? So the answer to your question, Christy, is that because we try to do one live show for every week of production, we have done 6 episodes because there are 6 weeks of production for the Street Stories of Sesame Street in season 49.
And that's when we're all here.
We're all here, so we can shoot them, and that's how we can do it. Anyway, that's why. So right now, there's no planned episodes of anything in January, February, March. If we come back and we're shooting some other stuff, other material in the spring, sometimes we have people here, but maybe not enough to make a show. It's kind of difficult. So
plus, it makes it special.
That's right. This is our little capsule of time.
Well, and also, in England, they only do 6 episodes of all their shows. So consider this highbrow entertainment.
That's right.
This is really just elite BBC quality stuff.
That's right. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. This has been a secret surprise Below the Frame extra where we tried to answer like a few more questions, but there's so many more here. And maybe I'll come back on at some point and try to answer more. But in the meantime, I would just like to say thank you all for getting on here, all 37 of you who are watching right now. And thank you so much, and have a happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you next time.
And now you're all in the know because you joined us for a little show and tell us all go, 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 secretly we love you.
Bye.
Below the Frame is produced by Welcome Matt Productions and me, Matt Vogel. Our theme song was written by Stephanie DeBruzzo and myself and performed by the Mighty Weaklings. Our podcast art was created by Dave Holteen at daveholteendesign.com. This Rewind episode was originally produced by me along with Stephanie DeBruzzo, who also filmed and broadcast the show live, gave valuable consultation, and was just doggone great support in the creation of the episode. So special thanks goes out to Stephanie DeBruzzo. Follow me on Instagram at WelcomeMattV or search Matt Vogel. I post things every now and again, and it'll help you to know when new episodes of this podcast are out, for example. Thanks to everybody who was in our Rewind episode today. I loved doing these with you. And thanks to everybody out there for listening and watching. That's right. You can find Below the Frame wherever you get your podcasts, and we're now a video podcast on YouTube, so you can see our faces, especially for these rewinds. You know, it was so great to relive the memories of these episodes of Below the Frame. If you're sharing podcasts out there, please let someone know about this one. And also, please rate and review us. I'm sure that it pleases the podcast gods or something. I don't know. I am Matt Vogel, and we will see you next time when we go Below the Frame.
Go, 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 below the frame.